Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. My venerations to the most venerable elders, Mahasangha. My friendship to all venerable brothers. And good morning, good evening to our class, especially our audiences around the globe who joins our discussion class, especially Sutta study that we have 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That especially today we start our traditional celebration, traditional practice like Cambodian nation. I don't know if this go online or not. Can anybody check my? I don't know. Is this already online or? Let me see a little bit. So because it's look like it cannot go through. Can anybody check my I cannot find it. Maybe it's not going online yet. Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry for a little bit noisy from outside. The monks still working because today we start our traditional celebration that all of you know about Chumban. We will start from today, and yeah, so our temple is very busy on construction. The Pyedu hall, the ceremony hall that will do it for supposed to be done tomorrow by our first Ban. Okay, so even though I cannot see on the page, let me go through. Okay, maybe now it's good. Let me close the browser. Okay, so as all you know that we will start our Chumban celebration started from day 1 on Saturday, first Ban, that we start in not only in our country Cambodia, also in Europe or America, Canada or Australia, New Zealand, and some other parts of the world who practice Theravada Buddhism, especially Cambodian tradition. Wherever Cambodian people living, they always celebrate the Chumban or Kanban ceremonies that take 15 days and dated from the based on calendar for 15 days. So this year we will start from today, and it is very traditional and very devotional tradition that our nation, especially our ancestor, since it dated to very ancient time, but we can see on the bas relief of the temple, our pagoda in Siem Reap area or in such area like the King Suryavarman the First. Yeah, his birthplace and kingdom in southern Malaysian Peninsula. Present day is the Hat Yai area, Klong Yai, Hat Yai areas in the southern Thailand. That is the birthplace and the kingdom of the King Suryavarman the First, that who are the famous ones, and where our temples in Cambodian at that time, and especially he is well known for the great Buddhist king around the world. Cambodian people might not know he is the Buddhist, but the world, the historical words and the researchers, scholars, they know very well King Suryavarman the First is the great Buddhist king who united Khmer and Mon after separation, so for several centuries, because as you know, Khmer and Mon just only separated from the 6th century. I mean, 550 years of Christian era, 550 AD, and the King Suryavarman the First just united these two nations, Khmer and Mon, together in 10th century and 11th century. So now this is the time practicing our Ban and Chumban ceremony started at the King Suryavarman the First. It takes like 3 months, but after the King Ong Duong, Harihara Ramathipadi Ong Duong, Hariharathipadi Ong Duong, he celebrated just only 15 days from 1848. It is as recorded by our historical record. So today is very special day for all of you, and especially our monastic, the monks come get up very early in the morning and go to recite Parabhava Sutra that will indicate or recite about the 12 downfalls of living beings that discussed by the Buddha, about the 12 downfalls of beings. But today we are not going to learn about 12 downfalls of beings, but we are going to continue our third sutra of Apatipayavaka in Anguttara Nikaya, book number 4. So let me share the lesson for you here. Anguttara Nikaya number 4, Sikkhānisamsa Sutta, the training, actually the training. But here I just put the name translation like 4 qualifications or qualities of noble practice or the noble training, because here we have the word very good word, Pali word we call Brahmacharya, the great training or the great noble practice. But here they translate as the spiritual life, or the higher practice in Buddhism, Brahmacharya. So on Wednesday we have gone through the Apatipaya Sutta about the 4 perils of offenses, parajika offenses, compared to the penalties of beheading penalties, and Sanghātisesa comparing to the clubbing penalties, and pājitiya offenses compares to the sacks of ashes penalty, and paritesniya, dukkha, and dupasita as the penalties of sensual penalty. So we have studied those 4 kinds of perils of offenses that we are practice as a monk, as a training. And now today we go into the opposite way. We go into the opposite of the offenses, the opposites of practice. Yesterday on Wednesday, we talking about the downfall, or about the perils, the fear, the difficulty, or something that you have to remember that it is wrong, that you are not going to commit. You are not going to commit, you are not going to practice, you are not going to go along those things. So apatipaya, the perils of offenses, it is very unusual for you. I'm sorry that this is noisy from outside. Our monks is working for completing our period. I hope that you can listen good on our Zoom. So apatipaya is like something that you learn and not going to commit, because it will take you down. It will take you down. For example, parajika offenses, it's compared to beheading penalties, that those monks who commit the 4 parajikas will be beheading. It means to get away from the sasana, or returning to be samanerahood, the novicehood, or lay devotees. And Sankhati says that you have to practice like the clubbing penalty, that you have to announce, to be presented to everyone that you made this very bad thing, very unusual, and this practice is very monastic that committed that offenses. And pājitiya and paritesniya also is very censorable and condemnable, and it's not good for all of the monastic to be related. But today we are going to study about here we go through the Sikkhānisamsa Sutta, about the training that I translate here as the 4 qualification or quality of noble practice. Because we have the word brahmacharya. Like you see on my screen, that I have written for you under my whiteboard. I just take the Pali term that mentioned by our Lord Buddha, directly his word. As I remind you again and again, if you study the teaching of the Buddha's teaching, you should study both Pali and translation. So Pali and translation is very important, especially the Pali term, because Pali term will make you clear, will make you understand, good understand, and will make you very clear about the Buddha teaching. So here, if you read only the translation, you will not very confident, very satisfied with this with the translation. But when you see the Pali term, you will make yourself clear and very good understanding about the Pali term. So now I will show you the first part of Pali, but now I need someone from our group to read from the beginning to the number 1, and I will start to explain and also will tell you the important, the essence of this teaching. So thank you very much. So now I will give the opportunity for the Zoom people. Will read the first page. So who want to go first? Who want to read it?
Hello, teacher. I start first.
Okay. Good. Thank you. Yeah,
number 1, teacher.
Yeah, from the
yeah. Okay. Sikkhānisamsa Sutta training. Sikkhānisamsa Sutta training for qualification of noble practices. Brahmacharya. Bhikkhu. This spiritual life is lived with the training as it benefit, with wisdom as its supervisor, with the liberation as its core, and with mindfulness as its authority. And how Bhikkhu? Is the training it benefit? Here, the training pertaining to proper conduct has been prescribed by me to my disciple, so that those without confidence gain confidence, and those with confidence increase. In their confidence, one takes up this training pertaining to proper conduct each of the way that I have prescribed it to my disciple, keeping it unbroken, flawless, unblemished, and unblotted, so that those without confidence gain confidence, and those with confidence increase in their confidence. Having undertaken them, one trained in the training rule. Again, the training fundamental to the spiritual life has been prescribed by me to my disciples for the utterly complete destruction of suffering. One, take up this training fundamental to the spiritual life in just the way that I have prescribed to it my disciple for the utterly complete destruction of suffering, keeping in unbroken, flawless, unblemished, and unblotted. Having undertaken them, one trains in the training rules. It is in this way that the training is its benefit. Continue.
Okay, thank you.
And
we stop here. Thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you for your reading, and I think you could understand the meaning, but the first, as I told you last time or many times, the first paragraphs is like Nadesa. It is the preface or the prologue that the whole statement of the sutra, the whole statement of what the Buddha going to discuss, what the Buddha going to talk about. So this is very important. Every sutra have their start, have their introduction. So this introduction include or discuss every main point that that will be taught in the main body of the paragraph, main body of discussion. Especially here, here bhikkhus, this spiritual life is lived with the training as the benefit, with wisdom as the supervisor, with liberation as its core, and with mindfulness as its authority. So this is the main the main passage that the Buddha given to us about 4 qualifications of Brahmacharya, the spiritual life. Here, Brahmacharya translated as the spiritual life. So all these 4 points, we see the 4 points is the mentioned by the Buddha after he give introduction and conclusion also the same. Conclusion also these 4 we'll discuss again. So it is very important for all of you. I encourage you to remember to learn by heart this first paragraph, the first passages mentioned by Buddha. It's very, very important in the Buddha's teaching, only these 4 steps. So the spiritual life means Brahmacharya, the noble practice, Brahmacharya, the noble practice. There is Anisamsa, the benefit of training. So the benefit of spiritual life or the benefit of the Brahmacharya is the training. So the training, the Sikkhā is your benefit, your Anisamsa. The benefit here means Anisamsa. So benefit is Anisamsa, or the training is the benefit of spiritual life. And wisdom is like a supervisor. It is mean the superior. It means the best. It means the greatest. It means the highest levels of your Brahmacharya. So the Brahmacharya is the best, and the highest is wisdom, Panya, and liberation as its core. Liberation means the Vimutti. So Vimutti is as its core. Core means the Sara. The Sara were very essence, the essentiality of the practice, of the noble practice is the liberation. So the course of your practice will liberate you from all the suffering, like the first one that the Buddha mentioned about the spiritual life that he prescribed during complete destruction of suffering. This is mentioned by the Buddha. So it is very important, but will gain the wisdom and vimutti along with mindfulness. What does mindfulness mean? Mindfulness means sati. So with sati, with sati is the authority. If you don't have any sati to guard your practice, you cannot reach all of these things. So it is very important. So let me give you the Pali term. The Pali terms mean Sikkhānisamsa Bhikkhu. So just learn it by heart. I encourage you to learn it by heart, because it is very important for us as the Buddhist monk or as the Buddhist to learn the Buddha's teaching. So the Buddha's teaching is very important, and we will know what is going to be, what we are going to practice. So it is our qualification of noble practice, that when we know all of these things, you will encourage yourself to practice. If you don't know what is the benefit, what is the benefit, what is the qualifications of our practice, you will not know. You will not have confidence and your understanding or your encouragement to practice the Buddha's teaching. So here it's very essential point for you that you have to learn. So Sutta Okay, this is the stanza that you have to learn. This is just only one page for you, and then you have to learn one sentence, for you that you have to learn. So it is like open discussed by Buddha. Sikkhānisamsa Bhikkhu Brahmacharyang Bussati Panyuttarang Vimuttisarang Satatipatayang. So this is the four qualification. Four qualification. The first one is Sikkhānisamsa. Sikkhānisamsa means your practice of brahmacharya, this brahmacharya, or we call noble practice, noble practice, or here we translate like spiritual life. Is spiritual life have training, Sikkha have training, have training like Sikkha or training as a benefit. So the benefit of our training here, the benefits of our brahmacharya, the noble practice or spiritual life is Sikkha. So Sikkha is very important. So what does Sikkha refers to? Sikkha refers to the sila. There are two sila that the Buddha mentioned here. There are two sila, the training pertaining to the proper conduct. Here, this one is very beginning that all of Buddhist monk, especially our Buddhist monk practice, the training pertaining to the proper conduct. It is the first one. So what are they? What are this one? I think it is English. You can imagine that what does it mean? The training pertaining to proper conduct. So it is common. If you understand the English very well, you will know the essence of the word. But in Buddhism, we use the word abhisamachara. 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 So abhisamachara is very important. Abhisamachara, it means training to proper conduct. So abhisamachara is very important for all of training, especially for those who coming to the Buddha Sasana fresh. It means the newcomer to the Buddha Sasana. The first you have to learn about abhisamachara, the training pertaining to proper conduct, because training to your proper conduct, like how to eat is very important. The training, especially for the monastic life, when you enter the order as a novice or as a new bhikkhu, you have to train everything, especially abhisamachara, eating, how you eat. There are 16 proper ways to eat in Sikkhānisamsa Sutta that you have learned. There are 75 Sikkhānisamsa. And about among 75 Sikkhānisamsa, there are 16 ways, 16 training of eating. So how you eat, not making noise or making sound or not looking for other or going to pinabata. So you have to train about your eating, how to eat, how to find your eating, and also how to speak. You have to speak with which kind of sound, or which place you should speak what, and which place you cannot speak, and how your behavior, your walking, how to train your walking, how to train your sleeping, how to train your sitting, how to train your standing, how to train your robe, dressing. You dressing your robe also. When you use the robe for dressing, also you have to train, right? You have to train everything. So abhisamachara means to train your behavior, moral conduct or proper conduct. Moral conduct you have to train, because if you not train, you will not have a proper conduct, proper behavior, and this improper behavior will make yourself is not satisfied by our people, our lay devotee. It is very important. So abhisamachara is the first. We call Adi Brahmacharya about abhisamachara. And the second one, the Buddha mentioned here, prescribed by me, the spiritual has prescribed by me to dispel the utter to complete distraction. Yeah. This disciple, the utterly complete distraction of suffering. Here is Patimokkha. Yeah, this is Patimokkha. Patimokkha. So Patimokkha Sila is also the, we call the complete, complete distraction of suffering. So this two Sikha here mentioned. Actually, if you say about Sikha, we refer to the three Sikha: Sila Sikha, Samadhi Sikha, and Panya Sikha. But here, the Sikha here refer to Abhisamajara and Patimokkha. Only these two. Okay, just remember, because if you learn only one place, you will know only one thing. If you study from different places that the Buddha taught, and you will know different options, different understanding. So Sikha here refer to Ati Brahmacharya or Sikha or Abhisamajara, and the second one is Patimokkha, the complete destruction of suffering. So this is refers to the training, the Sila, and the Sila here in commentary they refer to Chatu Mahasila, Chatunang Mahasila. Yeah, Chatunang Mahasila, about the four great training. Four great training. So I think you know the Chatu Mahasila, right? The four great training in our Sikha. So four great training, our Sikha, it is that all of you know the first one. What is this? The first one of Mahasila? Yeah, the first one of Mahasila is Patimokkha Samvara Sila. The first one is Patimokkha Samvara Sila. This is among the four great trainings. The first one, Patimokkha Samvara Sila, and the second one, what is this? The second one, Indriya Samvara Sila, and the third one, what is the third one? Jiva Patimokkha Samvara Sila, Indriya Samvara Sila, Jiva Sila, and Paciyyasanista Sila. So Jiva Samvara, okay, Samvara Sila, and the fourth one, Paciyyasanista Sila. So this is four we call Mahasila. So this is Mahasila is including in Patimokkha Sikha here. So the Sikha here, as I mentioned in the earlier, so Sikha means to Abhisamajara and Patimokkha. Abhisamajara means the training pertaining to proper conduct. And Patimokkha means the complete destruction of suffering. So this Patimokkha refers to the 4 Mahasila, 4 great training. Patimokkha Samvara Sila, Indriya Samvara Sila, Ajiva Samvara Sila, and Paccaya Sannisita Sila. So these 4 great practice, the great training is taught mostly in Visuddhimagga, the path of purification. So this is the first one. Remember that this is the good stanza. Sikkhānisamsa Bhikkave Brahmacaryang Vusati Panyutarang Vimuttisarang and Satatipatayang. So this is the 4 qualification, and the first one here, just only the first one, the Sikha. Sikha refers internet distraction. Okay, let me go again. So here, the first training, Apisamajara, training your behavior, how you act, how you speak, how you eat, how you drink, how you look, how you walk, how you sleep, how you sit, and how you go into the village, how you staying in the temple, how you go into the toilet, how you going to Pinapata, how you going to forest, how you going to whatever, related to your behavior. Speaking, if we call verbal behavior, by speaking, how to speak properly, and your bodily action or bodily behavior. Bodily behavior is how you act, you walk, you sleep, you sit, example. And so related to that remember that. So Sikha Apisamajara is your behavior. So your behavior is very, very important. And Patimokkha also is very important in the Sikha. Patimokkha related the 4 great training of the bhikkhus, 4 great training, but not only bhikkhu, by you also, the lay people also have to practice along the 4 training. Many Buddhists, especially in Cambodia, we always thinking that, oh, 4 sila or 4 great trainings is only good for the monk, only possible for the monk. So we are lay people, we are householder, we don't need to know about it. No, don't think like that. You have to study, you have to learn and try to practice. Because if you go to be an arahant in the times of any Buddha, you have to across all of the training. Even you are lay people, if you have never practiced all of these things, you will not gain an arahantship in any Buddha dispensation. So you have to come across every training to success, to lead you to the emancipation. So for Mahasila, for great training like Patimokkha Samvara Sila, there are 227 in Patimokkha Samvara, 247 for the monks, and 311 for bhikkhuni, for the nuns or female bhikkhu. And there are many things for samanera, and lay people also called the Patimokkha Samvara. And Indriya Samvara is common to everyone. Indriya Samvara, you have to train your eye, your ear, your nose, your mouth, your tongue, and especially your mind. So Indriya Samvara refers to the 6th sense faculty. So Indriya Samvara is you train your mouth, your taste. When you taste the food, you taste the dessert or something, you have to control very well. It is the sila, the practice, the training of the monk and of the people, not only for the monk, but also for householder to practice Indriya Samvara. Because if you don't train it, how can you know? How can you experience the training in Buddhism? For example, by tasting, if you get food, a good food or bad food, if you're not training very well, you will have a sensual pleasure, desire, or attachment to the food. When the food is good, delicious, you are desired, you are touched, or you happy, and to do that. And then when your mind not control very well your taste, when you taste the food and delicious food and you desire, you attach it, and you will say something. You encourage these people. You bring the very good food. I like this food very much, and I enjoy this food. Your food is blah blah blah, something like that. So it affected to Patimokkha Samvara Sila. So if your Indriya Samvara not controlled very well, not good gathered, so when you attach to this food and then you say something or you act something affected to the Patimokkha Samvara. For example, as I mentioned you, if you don't get it very well about the tasting the food, when you get very good food, delicious food, and then you say something and you might ask for more. You might ask for more food. When you ask for more food, you are affected to the Patimokkha Samvara Sila. You will have committed offenses, Pajitya offenses, or sometimes related to Parajika, the great offenses, the beheading for penalty. Why? Because it is very important to control your Indriya Samvara. If you not control very well, when you attach to the food, when you attach to the worldly thing, the requisite, and you have not learned very well, you not practice very good, but you can say something to make people, to concern people, to know you, to consider you as an arahant or as a noble practice or as a very good one, and then you will affect it to the Patimokkha Samvara Sila. So Indriya Samvara is very important, not only this point, but another point for eyes, for ear, for nose, also will go in the same way. And Ajiva Samvara Sila, there are only 6 precepts for the monk for Ajiva Samvara Sila, because Ajiva Samvara Sila related to your living. Because when you find the requisite, find your food, your clothes, your lodging, or your medicine, you cannot ask the people to do for you. You cannot ask them directly unless those people like approaching you and say you and offer you open for you that if you need something, please tell me. If people come to you because of their confidence, because of their listen to you and have a good confidence with the monk, and the lay people come and go approach you and saying that, oh Bante, if you need something for requisite Jivara Pinapata Sinasana and Gilana Pajya Pesya. So if the people Pavarana open for you that if you need something, please tell me. So you can tell the people, I need this thing, I need those things. You will not have any offenses. But if people not offer you, not open you, and you just approach them and say something and asking something, you will affect the Patimokkha Samvara and also Ajiva Samvara. So Ajiva Samvara is related to your asking for your living. If you're living with Anesana, 21 Anesana, or the 5 Papagama, also you will affect it to Ajiva Samvara. And Paccaya Sannisita Sila. Paccaya Sannisita Sila is very meaningful and very, very noble one. And yeah, most of practice right now did not aware to this Paccaya Sannisita Sila. You are aware just only when you practice, like you go to Tanga, or you practice in training, 7-day training or 3-day training, and then you pay attention to Paccaya Sannisita Sila. But actually, Paccaya Sannisita Sila, you have to practice every moment. So especially Bhikkhu, you have to apply your sati. Like here the Buddha says Satipataya. Sati is your authority. Sati is your guardian. So you have to apply the sati, because sati is very important. Pachaya sanista sila, it means the sila, the training based on your consuming about the four requisites, Jivara, Pinapata, Sinasana, and Gilana. So this is sila training, like you eating food. So there are 4 steps of concentration or reflection, contemplation. So first one we call Dhatu Pacchivekana. Dhatu Pacchivekana means reflecting on the elements. For example, when you are going to Pinapata, or you accepting the food from the lay people, when the lay people offer you the food, offer you the clothes, offer you the something for you. So the duties that you need to do, you have to reflect on element dhatu pacchivekana. Yatha pacchayang pavattamanang dhatu mattame vedang yadidang pindapato tatu papanjako japukulu tamatako nisato najivo sunyo. So you have to reflect on this element. You have to reflect it. They offer the food. You have to reflect that this food is very, very good, but this food is just only element. This food is just only element. And also I am who accept the food, also just element. No beings, no satta, no beings, no people, nothing. So you have to reflect on that to make you not satisfied or attached with the good thing that they offer you, and to make you de-attached or upset with the very thing that you don't like. So it is very important. The first one, when you accept the food, accept something for the people, you have to reflect the heart of Pacchivekana, reflecting on element. And then before you're eating, you just look at the food. You just look at the food that you're eating, you take to your bowl or take you to your spoon. You just reflect before putting to your mouth. You have to think. You have to reflect on particular Pacchivekana. Particular Pacchivekana means to reflect on dirty, to reflect on unpleasant. It doesn't mean sapo panayang pinapato achikuchan yo imang purika yang patwati vyachikuchan yo jayati. So you reflect that this food is very good. Good at smell, good at form, good at figure, good at decoration. But this food is not, it's supposed not to be dirty. But when this food touch with this body, when you eat it, to observe in your body, and this food is not good anymore. So it should be ashamed, it should be disgust, it should be stink, it should be not pleasantable. So this is how you reflect on the second step. And the third step, when you are eating, when you are eating, during your eating and swallow into your mouth, you have to reflect on Tangkhanika Pacchivekana. Tangkhanika Pacchivekana means you reflect on the time that you're eating. The time you're eating, like Padisankha, Yoniso, Pinnapatang, Padisevani. For example, that you have to reflect that when this how you eat this one is not for playing, not for make your body beauties, not blah blah blah, that you recite everything every day. So this is the third step. And the fourth step, any of the days, any time of the day, especially in the early morning before the sunrise, to the new days, you have to reflect Atita Pacchivekana, reflection on what you have you have gone through all of these food, clothes, or lodging that you used without, because sometimes you don't have any, you don't have full attention, you don't have sati all the time, you did not, or you forget to reflection. You have to do that. If you not do that, remember, if you not if you not do that as a monk, as a bhikkhu, you have offense, apatittukadasa, and for samana you will have tanagama. You have the punishment. It is real. It is the Buddha mentioned in our Vinaya rule. So remember that this 4 sila is called Mahasila. Mahasila, the 4 great training that affect to the Sikha. So Sikha here, remember, Sikha here only Apisamajara and Patimokkha. And Patimokkha include these 4 Mahasila. So that's why here Sikkhānisamsa Bhikkhu Brahmacharya. So the Brahmacharya, the noble practice or spiritual life, have Sikha or training as the benefit. It is the benefit for you that you practice. Okay, and this practice can be complete destruction of the suffering if you practice here. The complete destruction of the suffering. When you practice in good way, you practice in good conduct. Here that there are 4 kinds of broken. That your practice is good, it means unbroken, flawless, unblemished, and unblemished. So these 4 things, what does it mean unbroken? Unbroken, you don't break any precept. For example, 5 precepts: Panatipada, Dhyana, Kame, Sumichara, Musavada, and Suramereya Majapamaratthana. So these 4 Sikkhapada is not broken. It's not broken. It is, you mean you train very well. And flawless mean akhandas is not attach or not affect any your Sikkhapada. So it means that that your Sikkhapada is not break from beside. It's not break from beside. For example, the 5 Sikkhapada, if you break the first one, it is we have 4 kind: unbroken, flawless, unblemished, and unblemished. So unbroken, you don't break any rule among that 5. Okay, any 5 precept, you don't break any one. And flawless mean akhanda mean it's not how to say akhanda is not it's not affected one or 2. For example, the first one, the first Sikkhapada or the 5th Sikkhapada, you're not broken. It is mean flawless. And unblemished mean you not have like one and then another one. For example, if your second Sikkhapada is broken and the 4th Sikkhapada is broken, okay, like you break adinadana and you miss one and you break musavada. So like not the same Sikkhapada and not the in order Sikkhapada, like this we call blemish. And unblotches, blotch mean 2 or 3 Sikkhapada in order is missed. For example, if you break Panatipata, you break also Adinadana or Kame Sumachachara together, or you break Kame Sumachachara and you break Musavada and Suramereya Majapama. So in order like this, we call blotches. So it is common and discussed in Visuddhimagga. Also, we call Akhandagari and Chindagari, Sapalagari, and Agamasakari. So There is you can read or in Visuddhimagga, you will know about these four things that English word. I'm not sure to explain you very well in this one because I did not read today about the Visuddhimagga. I cannot remember because I just read in Pali word, and then I don't know it is in English to translate for you very well. So this is how Sikkhānisamsa for you. Sikkhānisamsa, it means our brahmacharya in Buddhism, we have Sikkha. We have Sikkha is the benefit. Sikkha means the training as the benefit. And you have Panya, Panyuttarang. Panyuttarang means your wisdom is the core. Wisdom is the top, right? Panyuttarang, Panya and Uttara. So here, the second one, Panyuttara. Panyuttara. It is Panya, and Uttara. So you have wisdom is the best. Wisdom is the top. So our brahmacharya started from training from the Sikha or Sila and have wisdom as the final. Wisdom is the absolute. Wisdom is the best. Wisdom is the top of our noble training. So wisdom is the top. And then the third, we have Vimutti Sara. So Vimutti Sara. So Vimutti Sara means the core. Sara means the essence here. So sorry, the wisdom is the best is we translate as supervisor. Yeah, wisdom is a supervisor, and Vimutti is for the liberation. Liberation is the core. Liberation is the core. Is its core. So liberation coming from Panya. When Panya means your Arhattamagga. Arhattamagga refers to Panya. So when you destroy all the suffering, when you reach the Arhattamagga, it is you gain the absolute wisdom. Then this wisdom is the highest place. After immediately you reach the Arhattamagga and the Arhattaphala. Arhattaphala Vimutti after Sara. Sara means the core, the essence. The essence of brahmacharya is Arhati. So Arhati Phala, because Vimutti Sara. So our brahmacharya have liberation as its core. Liberation as its core. It means the Sara of our practice in Buddhism is Vimutti. Vimutti means to liberate from all suffering, to gain Arhatapala and Nibbana. And the fourth one, Satta Tipatiyam. Satta Tipatiyam is from the word Sati. Sati plus Atipataya. So Sati means mindfulness. Sati means mindfulness, and Atipatayas mean the authority. So if you don't have Sati, you cannot go to very good training as Sikha or Sila, and you cannot lead to the Panya, and you cannot gain Vimutti if without Sati. That's why Sati is very, very important. Sati, mindfulness is very important. If you don't have any mindfulness, you cannot practice. You cannot gain. You cannot control your morality. You cannot control your practice Sila very well. So that's why Sati is very important. Sati is very important. Sati is just the foundation. Sati is just base. Sati is just a basement or established, or the very beginning of everything. So please remember that Sati, mindfulness, is the core. Mindfulness is the basic of everything. to authority to guide you to look at your practice and to direct you to Panya and Vimutti. So that's why the Buddha said in Mahasatipatthana that we have already learned about Netesa of Mahasatipatthana. Ekayano bhikkhave, ekayano ayam bhikkhave mako sattanang visuttiya sukha pariddevanang samettakamaya sukha pariddevanang Athangamaya, Nyaya Sadigamaya, Nibbana Sachigriya, Yatidang Satipatthana. Yadidang Satipatthana. Chattaro Satipatthana. So the four foundation of mindfulness. So mindfulness is very important. Mindfulness is the only way, the only path, the direct path to emancipation. To purification of the being, sattanang visuttiya, purification of the being, soka pariddevanang samattamaya, to disappear all the pain and distress, and dukkha domanasang atthankamayas, to cease all the distress and unsatisfactoriness. So all of these things based on sati. So sati adhipataya. Sati is the authority for your practice, for your training. So it is the four qualifications of noble practice that the Buddha mentioned in Sikkhānisamsa Sutta. So please remember this thing. Go and learn Sikkhānisamsa midang bhikkave brahmachariyang vusati panyuttarang vimuttisarang and satatipatiyang. This is the open discourse from the Buddha, and then he explained one by one what is the Sikkhānisamsa, what is the Panyuttara, and what is the Vimuttisara, and what is Satatipataya. So here we just finished the first one, and the second one related to the Panyuttara, and the third one related to Vimuttisara, and the fourth one related to Satatipataya. We will not go through all that. I just explain in comments, in brief, all of the four things, and the rest you read by yourself. And you want to be clear, you can read again and again. If you want the Cambodian translation, I encourage you also to read the Chatukanipata of Anguttara Nikaya, Cambodian Tripitaka, I think. The Cambodian Tripitaka is the Pitaka volume number 40. Yeah, maybe 43. Yeah, 43, and page 257. Yeah, Cambodian Tripitaka. You can read it, and the commentary just explain a little bit, but it's meaningful for you, that you can yeah. So this is what we have learned today. Just only that for today for you, because it's more than 1 hour and 1 minute for you, and I think it is benefit for you learning not just only English for listening, but the word, especially the Pali word, the original words of the Buddha. So it is very important, as I mentioned you again and again. If you learn the Buddha's teaching, really you learn both from Pali and translation, especially Pali. If you learn Pali, you will understand very well. You not doubt, you not perplexed with the translation, because translation sometimes will not make you clear, will not make you deep to understanding. But if you know the Pali word, for example, here, the spiritual life, sometimes you don't know how to spiritual life, what does it mean? Spiritual life means you live with soul, you live with God, or you live with something inspire your thinking. For example, spiritual life, right? Spiritual life, something you think about, maybe some supernatural power, God or Deva or Indra, Brahma, inspire you yourself to practice. But here, if you know the Pali word brahmacharya, it's you clear, right? Brahmacharya, you practice well along the Buddha's teaching. Brahmacharya, you practice in Buddhism. So spiritual life means Buddhism. Spiritual life here means Buddhism. And training, Sikha, and benefit, Anisansa. So it is common, right? And wisdom as the supervisor. If you don't know the Pali word, you just wisdom is supervisor. So wisdom is like the person who control the worker in the company, something like that. But if you know the Pali, Panyuttara, Panya and Uttara, Panya is the best. Panya is the how to control the world, control your body. And Vimutti, liberation, as a core means Sara. If you know the word Sara, you know the core, what does core mean? Sara, you know the word Sara very well, right? And then mindfulness, Sati, as the authority, Adhipataya. So learn Buddha Vajana from Pali and translation together. You will not miss, you will not doubt and perplex. So thank you very much for your today. I don't have time for you to question. So it's good for you to read more. And for next week, we will have another sutra, I think. So we have like 2 more weeks. Yeah, we have 2 more weeks about 2 or 3 more weeks about our class. So today is the day 21. So I try to have 30 days of our lesson. So 30 days, we have 30 lessons. So it's enough for this year because I teach only in Vasa training season. When we end our training practice, any retreat or residency, I will not teach anymore. So after Vasa, I don't teach. So I just try to complete 30 days. Yeah, 30 days. Try to complete 30 days. So these 30 days, I need 30 lessons. So now we have 21 lessons. So 3 more weeks to complete 30 lessons, and then we're done for you. And you can go to all those our discussion and lesson and listen, or you read again, and I will let you go there. And next year, maybe we have another special thing, because next year maybe I have more times. This year I don't have much time because I have my own class for my study in my college. So I don't have much time to let you. And from next year, if possible, from next year, I will teach you with my books. So I'm writing the books and I teach you an explanation. All explanation will be published as a book in English. And of course, when I learn Buddhism, I learn the Buddha's teaching, I learn with Pali. So translation and Pali is very important for me. When I want to say about the Buddha's teaching, I will say in Pali first, and then I will explain. So thank you very much for your convenience and confidence with our class, and wish you all the best. Have a good night in Cambodia and a good day here. So thank you very much. I will see you again next week on Monday. Thank you.